Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Pink Sky Tarot. I'm Elle. Special hello to my subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, please come join us. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram as I do daily guidance posts over there that you won't see here. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, just send an email to pinkskytarot@gmail.com and I will send you the information. My Instagram handle and email are down in the description box for you. Alright, well first I want to apologize for not having posted videos the past couple of days. As I mentioned last week, I started 2 part-time jobs and my schedule is just super busy right now. Going forward, I won't be working on Mondays and Tuesdays, so I will have time to post videos next week. I just had to go in for training, so I didn't have time to make videos for you guys the last couple days. And I did work today also, so I'm gonna have to do this pretty quickly before I have to leave. But yeah, I'm trying really hard to figure my schedule out, and just once I get settled, I'll be able to start posting regularly again for you guys. So thank you so much for your patience and for hanging around while I sort this out. So I thought today we would just do a quick check and see where the Divine Masculine's energy is and where the Divine Feminine's energy is. And like I said, it's going to be kind of a short video. Tomorrow I will try to get you something more detailed, longer, but it won't be out probably till the very end of the day, okay? So let's get an overall energy for the Divine Masculine. And then Friday I will do your soul growth videos. I'll have those posted Friday and Saturday, I believe. Alright, so what is the Divine Masculine's overall energy right now? What is his overall energy? Oh, there we go. Alright, so he has prosperity lies ahead. And time to breathe out. So what I'm feeling for the Divine Masculine is he's kind of stressed out right now. I feel like he's working really hard on something and he's not seeing the end result of it yet. And that's kind of stressing him out because he's not sure, like, what's going to come of this hard work, if he's going to make it, if everything's going to fall into place. So the universe is telling him to take some time and breathe out and relax and remove himself from whatever stressful situation he's in, just like pull himself back, because prosperity lies ahead. I don't think he can see it yet. I think he's still kind of like in the thick of it, but if he just keeps going and makes sure to take care of himself, it's saying he's gonna get there. Alright, what is the overall energy for the Divine Feminine? What is the overall energy for the Divine Feminine? Conclusions are within reach. What is the overall energy for the Divine Feminine? We'll get her 2 cards as well. There we go. Step out of your comfort zone. All right. So what I'm feeling for the Divine Feminine is that I think she also has been working towards something. I think what she's working on is unrelated to the twin flame connection. And it's forcing her to come out of her comfort zone, and there might be a little bit of a roadblock because she's having trouble like pushing herself to do something that's different. But the spirit and the universe is telling her that, hey, if you step out of your comfort zone and you let go of like self-control a little bit and your anxieties a little bit, this conclusion, this thing that you've been working towards is very close to you. So for the Divine Feminine, I feel like she's working on something outside of the connection. For the Masculine, this feels very much like it's something within the connection. So it's very interesting energy that's coming up. Okay. What is the Masculine working on right now? Let's see if we can get some details. Ooh, okay, what is he working on right now? So Queen of Swords in reverse, 8 of Coins in reverse, and the 3 of Cups. Alright. So it's funny, I asked what he's working on, and this 8 of Coins in reverse came out, or this 8 of Coins came out in reverse, because usually that means that you're not working on something and you're not putting the effort into something. So that's kind of interesting. It came out with that question. So what I'm feeling here is that he's not working with the Divine Feminine. I think the Divine Feminine has a boundary up, and so he's not communicating with her, not speaking with her. But what he's doing is he's working internally to remove that boundary that the Feminine put up, is what I'm feeling. I think he wants to remove the boundary energetically, even if he doesn't understand what that means. Usually the masculines, they don't really know about all of this spirituality stuff. So even if he doesn't really understand what removing the boundary energetically means, that's what he's trying to do. He might be trying to talk to her in the 5D, show you up in dreams, or when she's meditating, or like sending her messages. So I feel like this is internalized work, and he's trying to remove this boundary like from the 5D, so that when he does approach her in the 3D, it's more comfortable, is what I'm feeling. Usually in the upright, this doesn't denote a third party for me, but I'm kind of picking up a third party vibe, and I think that he is celebrating the end of the resolution of this third party. I think that he's been in this stressful situation for a while, and he's still working on it, but I think in the 3D, I feel like in the 3D, the karmic situation has been resolved. The third party, whatever it is in your connection, has been resolved in the 3D, but he's still processing it in the 5D and emotionally. Is kind of what I'm getting. So there's like a sense of relief and celebration that yes, this is technically taken care of, but he's still working on the 5D part of it, and I think it's allowing him to also focus on the feminine in the 5D as well, kind of taking care of that third party situation. Okay. So what is the feminine working on? What is she working on right now? What is the feminine working on right now? Alright, so she has 5 of Swords. What is the feminine working on right now? We have 5 of Wands in reverse, and then the Ace of Swords. So this is why I feel like what the feminine is working on is outside of the connection. I think she had some conflict in her life that she's taking care of. These cards are kind of like opposite meaning, sort of, with one being in the reverse and one being upright. So it's like she's had some conflicts she had to deal with. They might still be, like, she might still be tying up the loose ends with these conflicts, which is why this is still in the upright rather than the reverse. But I think, like, the big part of it is taken care of. And she can kind of rest a little bit, and because of that, she's clear on the direction that she wants to go in. This feels more like work career for her, because again, it's like outside of the connection, but it doesn't have to be. So just take it however it resonates for your connection. Because these are general readings, so it's not going to resonate for everyone. But yeah, I feel like whatever conflict she was having, she's, for the most part, resolved it, and she's able to kind of move forward with things, even if there's some loose ends she's tying up. But yeah, she's figured out where she wants to go and what she wants to do. All right. What does the masculine want his feminine to know right now? What does the masculine want his feminine to know right now? It's too many. What does the masculine want his feminine to know? Oh, there we go. All right. He has some big things to tell her. We have Knave of Coins, Judgment, and the Empress. I feel like this is the masculine telling his feminine that Judgment Day is coming. It's very close. That prosperity lies ahead. I'm almost there. And it's like he wants to communicate it with her with this Knave, but again, it's a knave and not a knight. So it's like, I feel like this is him telling her, again, energetically, that I'm coming. Judgment Day is almost here. You're my Empress. I see who you are to me. I understand now. And I'm so close to being there. Okay, so like a knave is less mature than a knight. So it's like smaller, like slower progress, or not as significant progress, but it's still moving and it's still communication. Some of the masculines may actually reach out to the feminines in the 3D and have some like surface level conversation, because maybe Judgment Day is not quite here for some of them, but they would just want to start communicating with our feminine so they can see where she's at. But for the most part, I feel like this is him, and again, energetically telling her, hey, Judgment Day is almost here. You are my person, and I understand this now. Right. What does the feminine want her masculine to know? What does the feminine want her masculine to know? All right, we have Two of Swords in reverse. What does the feminine want her masculine to know? Oh my goodness, guys. I have Tower and then the Emperor coming up in the same placement as the Empress. That's amazing. That's why I like using multiple decks, because you can get a really powerful message. Yeah. Okay, so with those Two of Swords in reverse, she's saying, I'm clear on where I'm going now. I've made a decision about my life and I'm following through on it. And yeah, I've decided I'm not stuck in indecision. I feel like this is almost her saying she's not going to wait for him anymore. She's just going to move on with her life. Yeah, she had some sort of major epiphany here with this Tower moment, which I feel like is what this conflict was around. That's why I feel like she resolved the conflict for the most part, and she might still have some loose ends to tie up, or maybe some lingering feelings if it's an emotional decision. But she said, like, I'm done waiting on this, and I have to move on. I'm sorry. She says, I still love you. You're still my person. You'll always be my Emperor, my divine masculine, but I'm clear on where I need to go, and because this isn't happening, I have to move forward, is what she's saying. This is very strongly going to apply to twins that are not in communication, but it doesn't have to. Like, if you and your masculine are, and you or your divine feminine, if you are talking pretty regularly and the masculine does need to make some changes and the feminine feels like the changes aren't being made, maybe even if they are, maybe he's just not saying it, she still might make the decision to move on. She might have this Tower moment and move on. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Let's see, why is the Tower here? I didn't have my clarifying cards, but why is the Tower here? What does this moment have to do? Yeah, she says, I'm tired of waiting and I'm just going to close this cycle out and move forward. That's what that's about. She's saying she still loves him and you are my person, but I can't sit around and wait for you to decide and sort this situation out anymore. Like, I just have to let it go. Okay. All right. I'm trying to think of what else to ask, but I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, so let's get some guidance for the twins here. Can we have some guidance for both the divine feminine and masculine, please? Alright, so we have a new romantic cycle begins. We have some advice, please. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, so I'm getting some multiple messages here with this. I feel like if the feminine is moving on from the connection, she might meet a new person, and she wants to start a new romantic cycle with him, but because she still has a connection to the masculine, she might have a difficult time pursuing that person. But she's telling herself not to let pride get in her way, that it's okay for me to be in a relationship with somebody else. If my masculine is not doing what he's supposed to be doing and he's not helping move the connection along, then it's okay for me to be with another person. But I'm also getting that if the masculine comes into the feminine and she's made him wait for, or he's made her wait for a very long time, or if he comes back and maybe he has like A, B worked out, but he still has problem C to work out. The feminine might be a little bit defensive to the masculine, might be a little like, well, why should I be in a relationship with you? You made me wait for so long. Why now? Or you're still not complete with everything you need to be doing. So I feel like this message is more for the feminine to not let your guard get in the way of either a relationship with your masculine if he comes back. Of course, be discerning, make sure he's being honest and he is truly ready to move forward with something, but also leave yourself open to other people if it's been months and years since you've heard from your masculine and you don't think anything has changed. For the masculine, I feel like if he is ready to reach out to his feminine and start this new romantic cycle, there might be some pride and ego issues because maybe she was defensive the last time, or maybe he said or did something to hurt his feminine, so he might be a little like guarded or a little like I don't want to say egotistical, but just like maybe embarrassed about what happened the time before, and he doesn't want to repeat that, so he might come in a little guarded or with a little bit of ego, just because as a self-protection is what I'm feeling. So masculines, don't do that. Okay, keep your guard down, stay open to your feminine, be patient with her if she's like not having it just yet, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.